Hello and welcome to Amby Marie Knits. My name is Amber. This is my crafty channel where I talk about mostly knitting, but spinning, sewing, crochet, whatever else I happen to get up to. Those are pretty much my only crafts at this time frame, but we are coming up on gardening season. I'm terrible at it, but I'm going to do it anyways. You can, of course, find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Amby Marie Knits. And today is March 28th. It is Friday morning. Well, it's barely morning, but it's still technically morning. So, lighting. It's cloudy outside. I put my light in the right spot. I think I'm trying to check for shadows. There's still shadows. It's just going to happen. Better than it usually is, though. So, what are we going to talk about today? I didn't get as much done this week as I would have wanted to, but then I got some stuff done that I didn't expect to, so we're going to just go ahead and accept that. So, we have one finished object, we have a couple whips, and we have a new whip, a little bit of spinning, and some sewing. Sewing is actually probably the biggest thing I got done. So, we are going to go ahead and jump right in, and by the way, if you're watching, thank you for being here. I do appreciate you for sticking around with me, and if you're new, welcome. Thank you for joining. So, finished object. This is a brand new whip. This was procrastinating what I was supposed to be working on. We all do that sometimes, so let's do something fast. I made a hat. This is the Handspun ribbed hat by, name here, free pattern on Ravelry. It goes to a blog post, and it's fun. So, did I tweak the pattern? Yes, because I know my gauge and stuff. This is using, where's the thing? This is Spunwear Over the Rainbow. That's kind of what her tag looks like. It is superwash merino. It was 4 ounces. It was called Pop Peacocky, which was kind of a striped one. I spun this during Tour de Fleece last July, and I got about 170 yards. So we're going to classify that as a bulky. There's that. And I knit this. I used the pattern as a guideline, not a real pattern. I use size 9 needles, which I do believe are 5.5 millimeter. I cast on 64 stitches. I pretended it was a photographer hat and the whole thing was 10 inches tall, because that's what you do on that one. And then I followed the decreases from the hat. So it's a ribbing decrease. Sorry if you can hear outside noises, but I want the door open because it's cooler. Gonna put this on. Hats really aren't my thing. I don't wear a lot of hats. With my hair this short, I think they look funny on me. Okay, that can kind of, I guess, look cute like that. So it's just a nice beanie. Turn to the side here. It turned out pretty good. Okay, if I put my hair in the front, it looks cute. It just drives me nuts. There we go. Leftovers. I have a ball of leftovers. So this was a 4 ounce braid. So it was, if I can find a picture, put a picture of the braid here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. But, so 4 ounces is like what, 113, 115 grams. This took 62 grams. I have right at 50 grams left of this ball. And you can see, you know, spinning is something I think you are always learning. Like, you are never, I don't think anybody's ever going to be perfect at everything all the time with spinning. Definitely, I can tell how much I've improved. Case in point, let me get in my little, maybe my basket right here. So, my most recent spin I finished was this 3-ply. Like, that's pretty decent. And then we've got this one. Like, you can see even in the knitting the thick and thins, but I kind of like that in the hat. But you can kind of see on there just that's a 2-ply and this is a 3-ply, but still the improvement is there, and I hope I keep improving. With that being said, there is still a place in the world for handspun that is not consistent, that has lots of variation in the twist and the thickness and whatnot. So I'm happy I made this. It looks cool. And I do like that. So you have lots of like barber pulling down here, and then it gets kind of the solids, and then it goes more. But I think that's really cool because when you fold up the brim, it kind of gives the brim its own, and then the hat its own, since these ones are more tone on tone. Pretty cool. So my finished object for the week is this. And this was, I cast this on, finished it last night. So I cast it on the day before, so Wednesday. I cast it on Wednesday because I needed something mindless to have it work, because I was not there on some of my other projects and I didn't want to work on another project, so I just started this and it worked. Enough about the hat. And by the way, if you're looking for fiber spunware over the rainbow, is amazing. She's linked below. All the makers I talk about are in that big long list of enabling. Just find the website, it should be there. But yeah, and of course the pattern will be project page anyway, so it'll be linked down below. I think I updated the pictures on it, I'm not sure. Okay, so that's the finished knitting object. Whips we're gonna go into. We'll do this one. This is falling out. A bag by Stitching Plaza, Lisa Frank. This is the Tan Line Shorts by Brianna Lupino. This is, of course, I don't have the tag in it. Yeah, I do have the tag. Never mind. Haha. No, I don't. I have a cool button that I was gifted. It's pretty cool. I don't have the tag in there. Arakanza. I hate saying the name of this yarn. It should be linked below. But this is where we're at. I don't know where I was. So you know what we're going to do? We are going to... This is my notions that I keep like on my table. Just my notions and stuff. This is the most amazing thing ever. So this is from the Knotty Knittress. Andy the Knittress sent me this when I'd ordered something else. And it's like the start of one of her yarn bowls. But it is just the perfect have your notions and be able to see them. We are going to use this pretty butterfly. Beaded butterfly. I think, oh, I got this when I went to the NWA Northwest Arkansas fiber thing in November, I think it was. Okay, I want this in the beginning round. Aha, there's my beginning round. So we're going to put this on here so we can actually track how much I get done this week. See, look, progress keeper is going to keep progress. Not something I'm good at. I didn't really work on this a lot. I still have, I think, like 3 or 4 inches before I split for sleeves. I don't know. I'll work on it tomorrow at the yarn store if there's time. So there's that I worked on. And then the other whip is the Fiber Fest Shawl by Stephen West. This is a sample for Hot Knit Yarns. And I forgot to tell y'all last week when I showed it to you, I started this last Thursday morning. So like when you saw it last Friday, I'd only been working on it for like a day and a half and I got so much done. Yes, I definitely burnt out and slowed down on it. I also don't have the stitch stoppers on here, so we'll kind of... Okay, so I finished this big one. I had problems. I don't even know. You know how when you make something for the second time, you think you know what you're doing and you don't? Definitely had this problem with the shawl. That's okay. So I had to rip back so many short rows and get that fixed in the short row bobbles. Look at those though. It's so good. And then I'm on the chevrons. So it's Brio chevron, which is fun. I'm enjoying that. I'm almost done with the first repeat. Then I have 2 more to do. And then it has the final border. Yarns used. The pink is, can't remember the name of it. Some call it pink, something like that. I know the green is Seahorse and the black is, nope, can't remember the names. I'm so sorry. I will find those at some point and get them in the project page because other people might want to know them, because she usually has pretty good sales and her colors are all amazing. And if you want some neons, definitely go check out Hot Knit. This will be done by Friday. I just really wanted to have it done by today, but just the world conspired against me and that didn't happen. Could be my attention span conspired against me, but that's fine. But I love how that looks. And then the border, it's gonna have a little border on the bottom, and that's gonna be in the pink and the black. So it's gonna look really cool. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's that. Hopefully, I would like to get the rest of this section done today. I honestly don't know if that's gonna be possible because short attention spans. And I cast on something else new this morning that's so much more fun to work on right now. So let's jump into the newest cast on. Cannot pronounce the actual name because I think it's German, but they're banana socks. So this is a free pattern, and by pattern I mean guidelines. I do recommend knowing how to knit socks, tube socks anyways, before you start this, because it does not give instructions for like how many to cast on, how far to go. You just need to know what you make for your socks, but the pattern is really cool. picture of what the socks look like already made, because they look, you can see where they get the name banana socks. So they're a tube sock, and the tube sock starts at the top, made a cuff. The front has vertical ribbing. So free pattern, it says to knit 3 to 5 rows, and then purl 3 to 5 rows. So you get this kind of, it's kind of like a ribbing. I'm doing 4. I think I would have rather have done 3 on this one, but that's okay. It's still fine. And some of them may be 3 because counting's hard. So you do that on the one side, so the front, and then the back, you're just doing it 2 purl 2 ribbing. That's it. So you do that for the entire sock. You make it as long as you want, and then I'll have to look up the instructions on the toe, but honestly, I'm just going to make a toe how I always make a toe. This is DK weight. Where is my sticker? I am using Always Be Kind yarn. This is a mystery skein I got from her a while ago, but it was the Kindless Club May 2024 DK variegated. And then I split it into 2 balls because I'm probably just going to go till it runs out. These are going to be a child size. I cast on 40 stitches because 48 is almost too big. But I felt like 36 would be too small for the potential child that it's for. I don't know. These are so fun. I wonder if I can make up enough to get Christmas done early. We will see what happens there. But it's really fun. I'm really, really enjoying it. Sorry, the wind's blowing the doors and they sound funny. So if you heard that, I apologize. But yeah, there's the colors. Pretty fun, and really I just want to work on this because I could totally finish this today. It's DK weight. It's on size 3s, which is 3.25 millimeter. It's fast. Makes me happy. So that has been all of the knitting this week. Like I said, life's been kind of crazy. Work's been really crazy. But that's okay. That's what they pay me for, is working, not knitting. So that's okay. So next up, we're going to do spinning. So I am doing the Spin It to Knit It with Andrea Mowry, which is the 3-ply 2 ways. So if you haven't heard this, just to let you know, you take one braid, split it in half. One half you just spin end to end roughly and chain ply it. The other half you make a 3-ply in some other way. Then you make a pair of Andrea Mowry's Bear Paw socks or DRK Everyday socks, and you do like 4-row stripes of each of the different types of spins and see how cool it looks. I think that looks fun. I've been procrastinating on spinning, but this morning I did manage to finish the first half. Spinning, not plying. So I still have to chain ply this once it rests. So you cannot see how cool the colors are. If I remember, I put a picture of what the entire braid looks like, but you can see the orange and the purple, but there's pinks and blues and greens and everything else in here. So I'm probably gonna let this rest, and I'm probably gonna start spinning later on today. The other half, like I've got to get the plies figured out on that, because I'm probably going to ply them at the same time. I think I have enough bobbins for that. And then just let this rest, go ahead and do the other one, and then I'll chain ply this, and then I'll 3-ply the other one, then wash it and all that stuff. And these should come out DK. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We've got about a DK weight on this. So I'm going to do the Bear Paw socks, and those are DK weight. Those should be fairly fast to make because the Spin It to Knit It runs through May 10th. So I would like to have this spin completely done by mid-April. So I give myself like 3 weeks or so to make the socks. Should be able to make them faster than that, but I get distracted easy. So who knows? But that's my spinning. That is all the fibery related stuff. Next up, we're going to go into sewing. Do you ever have an idea in your head? You're like, I need to figure out how to do this. I want to make this. I want to make this right now. I have other sewing stuff I really need to do. But no, I decided to make these little bags. So I've seen some people I follow who have been making like the mini round bags. And I have the pattern to make the bigger drawstring bags, the round ones. And it's pretty cool, fun pattern, lots of pieces to it. But I didn't want one that big. I wanted to do a small like sock size one. So I figured it out. Found a tutorial for a round basket thing on YouTube, and with some help, some math. They're not perfect, but this is the first one I made. Some fun frog fabric. There we go, little froggies. And it has just a canvas bottom. And like I said, this was my first one. It's okay. I mean, there's puckering because just what it's gonna be. Inside, got all that stuff in there. It's pink. I made a patch pocket, which really is too small for anything, but hey, it looks cool. So this was the first one. So I had the knowledge of making the previous bags kind of similar to this. And then the video, I will link it below, kind of had some math and how to make like a basket out of it. But instead of making a basket, I put the drawstring stuff. This one I didn't quite like because I left a hole here to sew up the seam, but there's interfacing on both pieces to give it more structure. So I don't like the way that side seam is. So the next two I did it a little bit differently. Still not sure if I like it, but it was fun. Okay, you guys hopefully will like this fabric because I know y'all love Tula pink as much as I do. Look at it. Isn't it so fun? Just cats on stairs. So there's two of them. That one's got, I didn't iron that one very good, obviously. That's it. So these ones actually aren't even as good. They pucker really bad around the edges, but that's okay. I think I did the drawstring a little bit better. It's a little bit wider. Oh, I guess I could have showed the other one. That's what it looks like cinched up. Then this one has the blue, and then I did the pockets more like the other bag. And so there are bigger pockets in here. And it's okay. Like I said, they're not the best, but they're functional, and I wanted them sock size. Honestly, I wouldn't mind them a little bit smaller. But trying to figure out the math from like your pie, radius, all that stuff, and then what to go around and make sure it actually fits properly, I don't like that. But that's okay. So yeah, I got these made. One's for Rain, one's for my sister. Because she gets all my prototype bags. Because who can't use more bags? So that is everything crafty. I was going to talk about future cast-ons, but I don't have a clue. Do you have an idea? Tell me what I should cast on below, because I need a new epic make. But I think I might be burned out on epic makes right now, and I don't have a clue what I want to do right now. So if you have any new cast-on ideas, please let me know below. Now we're going to jump into reading and watching. Watching is nothing. YouTube, that's all I've watched, and quite frankly, not as much of that. Books, we are going to go to the various apps I'm reading on to try and catch you up on books. I did finish the KF Breen series, Sin and Surrender. I did finish that the other day. So that's the book I was actually like reading. So I finished that. Listening to, okay, there we go. Freeing Luca, that was a Victorian Aveline. I finished listening to that one. I have currently read 14 books this year. Probably not going to hit 100 this year, but you know, I'm going to have fun trying, and that's what matters. So that's what I finished. What am I currently reading? So I am currently, okay, what do I got? Okay, so Saving Verico, that is 3 of the, I can't pronounce the name of the world this is on, but the Victorian Aveline series. I'm on book 3 on that. I started listening to it because I was on Hoopla, and it just wasn't catching me enough. So actually it's on Kindle Unlimited, I found out. Cool. So I'm switching over to just reading it. That's what I'm reading now since I finished the KF Breen series. I got Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver from the library, and I got 2 chapters in. I'm like, yeah. I will get that on audio at some point and actually listen to it because I think that will be better for me. As far as audio goes, I've only listened to a couple chapters, so I didn't get real too into it yet, but I am listening to Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I think it's a romantasy, dark fantasy. I don't know exactly what the genre is, but I'm going to try and listen to that soon. Stuff's just been busy this week with work and everything, so we'll see what I end up on books. My Goodreads is always linked below, so if you want to see what I'm up to reading-wise, just click on it and it should show you my profile and all my stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram on here. You can email me at ambymarieknits@gmail.com. And I think that's it. I don't really have anything else going on. I need to work on my garden area because we are getting close to time to plant, and I do believe that I need to like dig up the dirt. My garden, as y'all know, is pretty small. But I had like blight on my tomatoes and some issues there last year. So I think I need to just dig up the soil so I can replace it, which wouldn't be too hard. I just have to do it and borrow a shovel for my sister. But she's awesome and loves me, so she'll probably let me borrow one. That's it. All I got for you guys this week. I do appreciate each and every one for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. That really does help the algorithm. They like that as well, I guess. More than welcome to comment below. And yes, please give me ideas. I need to find my new I'm obsessed thing I want to make. That isn't a fun pair of socks because they're so fun. But okay, that being said, I'm gonna go start laundry. Yay for days off and adulting. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for watching.